What
Hey,
up?
Nine.
Oh, what up, Nine? And the Nine we trust, we in the building. Yeah, man, that trip was it was it was a gift and a curse. It was cool because I ain't seen my family in a while. It just sucked, and then it kind of blew my mind how everybody. I didn't see nobody since I lost my sight. And it's been like 3 years. So when people talk to me, they don't hear no difference or no change. But like when they see me, it kind of hit them hard, and I'm like, y'all chill out, man. Like, I'm good.
Nah, cause if you be my family, I'd be like, be ready to fight too. You know what I'm saying? Shit make you mad.
Yeah, dude.
For real. Almost to the point where you be like, forget everything.
And that's how it was. Like people was like, I got all sorts of people from different walks of life, and it was people like, I'm gonna give up my gun and badge for revenge. I'm like, it ain't worth it.
Right. I know.
What up, Miss Rashida? Appreciate you, sir. Yeah, but it was an extended vacation. I got to sit back and relax, enjoy the family. Off of here for a minute. I was still in the bushes, but I ain't really been on here in like 2 weeks. So Miss V in the building. I got to put all the stuff in the thing, Miss V. But I was just popping on. Tay basically made me get on live this way, and the wife encouraged it, so I'm here. So we're gonna see how this rock out. I got to It's kind of cool though, cause like I'm on my like I can see everything on here. You see how my like laptop is black mode, so I can see everything on here. And then I got this. I just can't have this light in my face.
That's dope.
I just don't want that light on my face. My cousin was like, "Bro, you look like Nick Fury." Like, shut
You
up.
look like who?
Nick Fury off of the Avengers with my iPads. Man, they was
Oh,
man. If you would have heard them, they was roasting me all night, man. I'm like, bro, like y'all lucky I got thick skin
for what?
because the whole family mad because I'm taller than everybody. So
Oh,
I was just
okay.
standing over everybody teasing them. Like, yeah, I might be handicapped, but guess what? Y'all short as hell. So we like my family, like you heard like my mom and dad going at it all the way down. We the whole family do that. We just have fun. Like we have fun with life. We enjoy it. Oh, did I share it out?
Yeah.
So I seen y'all
Hey,
been
Miss
rocking and
B.
roll.
702. Hey, y'all.
Miss 702. Yeah, I don't got no drops or nothing. I can't play nothing off of here. But I did a poll in the last one, so that's kind of cool. I learned how to do the poll. That was the first time I did it. I got to redo it because I don't see the. Oh shit, how did I do it? Oh,
She said, 702 said, I thought Word was my age. He looked like my darn nephew.
for real? I am. I'm 40 this year, and trust me, I'm looking rugged right now.
She said, you look like her nephew.
I'm rugged right now. My hair ain't cut. My facial hair all scraggly.
You
And
had
I'm like,
just cut your hair, didn't you?
man, my hair grow. I gotta cut this every 3 days. That's the problem though, because like every 3 to 4 days, my facial hair. I can cut my facial hair every 3 to 4 days, but the top of my head, I gotta cut that every 5 days. But if I do that, then like when I cut over the shunt, I gotta find some more clippers because my the shunt is real sensitive. I get migraines for like 2 days after that. I mean, when I first got it, I ain't cut my hair for like 2 months. I cut that shit one time. I'm sitting up there having tremors and shakes. Like, oh no, I'm straight.
In the nine we trust.
Hey, y'all like that? We got a whole we be sitting around and like I'm telling y'all, when I say we working and we branding, we trying to create something that can help other people and help us too. So y'all go hear us saying little slogans and little saying it ain't against nobody. This is just what we do. When we say in the nine, we trust because that's how tight we is. We trust one another. We know we got each other back. So when we say in the nine, we trust. That's because we trust one another. So don't take no
Mhm.
offense to that.
Yeah. In the nine we trust. That's how I'm gonna say my part.
In the nine, we trust. I want to give. I was trying to get you to say that the other night. Give.
I look sleepy. Probably because the light. You know, it's nighttime. I got my light off in my room and I got this bright light because otherwise y'all wouldn't be able to see me.
I was about to say my keyboard not lighting up.
Mm-hmm.
This is kind of cool though. I can see myself, coming on here.
You like the vertical?
Yeah, it's like I said. I can sit on the couch. I'm in my living room chilling now. I'm about to put this recliner up, kick back, and wrap the yard. It's comfortable. I might mess around and go to sleep on y'all. What the hell, man? I came back. My wife was looked at me. She was like, "I've never left you with the kids like that." She was like, "I was like, I told you they little terrorists. Like my kids are miniature devils. They terrorize
Mhm.
my wife."
Man, 702, I don't know what I accidentally premiered it. I wasn't trying to premiere my doggone video, but it premiered and I just shut it off. I shut it down because it ain't supposed to premiere till tomorrow.
Oh, everything. Well, hold on. I was trying to look at my phone. Everything on my phone is scrambled up, like it's all bunched up for some reason.
Oh, on your
It's
phone?
like, yeah,
You
it's
just
like,
did a
oh no,
poll?
it's just, yeah, I just did a poll. It's just that one comment from Miss V. Can I highlight stuff?
Let me go ahead and answer the poll. Everybody say yes.
But see, I think like I can go live like this, and we don't chop it up. But I have to go on StreamYard, like if we talking about a subject, because I got to
No,
put
you
the link.
don't. Okay, well then you gonna do two lives a day.
2 lives a day.
Yeah,
I don't
you
know
gonna
if
do
I can
one
do that.
vertically and then you gonna do one on StreamYard. If you talking about you can't go vertical.
Mm.
Say how the ASMR sector treat you.
Doing all
Good,
forms is more.
good. Why you
Yeah,
ask?
yeah. This is the segment of ask the word and take.
Here he
So,
go. Doing it's yeah, I think it pretty good, but I don't I watch the ASMR sector, but I don't do any ASMR. I would love to do ASMR, but I just talk too much sometimes. Like I have my days where I don't want to talk, but I'm not designed to not talk. I'm designed, God want me to open up my mouth. So I can't do ASMR. I would love to, but I'm supposed to motivate the people. So
King, what up, brother? Appreciate you. I can do ASMR. I can just sit there and look at y'all and breathe.
ASMR is very leading. Yes, I feel like if I didn't talk, I could probably get a lot more views. I really feel like that.
So the leading community is the one where ain't nobody saying nothing.
Yeah, Man, you see
Hey,
them, they don't talk, but they get million. Like, you could be
man,
seeing somebody not talk and they got 30K views, 40
this,
views. I be like,
this dude was sitting on there tapping on the Jason mask. That is annoying. I don't see why people like that. That shit was annoying. Commander, what up, though? King
that's what
Never in
I'm
the building.
saying. Hey, Commander. Hey, King. And they be like,
Dolly in the building. What up? Yeah. Like, y'all weird, man. Like, what is y'all doing? Yeah, they sitting there and doing it for like an hour. Like, bro, y'all
I know,
fingers
and
ain't
people
tired.
be watching. They be like,
I couldn't do it. I couldn't
that
do
shit funny.
it.
That is so funny.
I couldn't do
And they got
it.
30K views doing this.
Just tapping on stuff, man.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Mr. West in the building. I do not have my intro, bro. I can't do it, but Mr. West is in the building, y'all. What's
Mr.
up, Mr. West?
West.
Hey, I just came home, Keep. I was down in Aliquippa. It was like 15 minutes away from Pittsburgh. And you know I can't. Man, let me tell y'all this, man. It was, it was a tough time because I had to put my cousin to rest. But my family is freaking awesome, man. I had so much fun. It was like we just kept uplifting one another. So it wasn't like a sad time. But man, like I ain't never really gotten in no Tesla, right? So I can't see. And I didn't know these damn cars ain't have door handles. Right? You gotta push a button to open the door. So I'm reaching for the door handle. I'm like, cuz, where's the door handle at? He was like, you gotta push it in. So I couldn't find it. So I get my phone light out and I see this little lever thing. I push it and the door pop open. And I'm like, okay, cool. Then I sit in the car and I lean back and the seats start moving. I'm like, what the hell going? It was like, oh, it's adjusting to your posture. I'm like, man, what the hell is this as a car? Why just don't do regular stuff? Like you gotta do all this fancy stuff. It's adjusted to your posture. Like what? Y'all bougie as hell.
That's
And
too
then
funny.
And then he snitched on me. I'm like, oh man, he a cop too. My brother was like, well, what do you think? He a cop. I'll tell you what he snitched on me. Like in the church too. I can't tell everybody. But I'm looking like, bro. And then my brother, whole little think tank, we was standing up there, telling stories about my cousin. And my brother, like, my cousin grew up like he a couple years younger than my dad. So they grew up like brothers. So my cousin was like really in my he was in everybody's life, but like my dad kids, he was like really in our lives. It was like our older brother. And he was sitting in the pulpit. It was like, yeah, I used to always take buggy shit. And the whole church was like gasping. He was like, my bad, my bad. I'm like, oh, a little tink tink. But he caught himself like 3 times cussing. And I'm like, okay, maybe he got it. He stopped. He didn't do it. And then I'm like, nah, he gonna end up doing it. He was like, I used to take all his shit. I'm like, bro, you can't tell those kind of stories right now. But that's all right. That's my poor little tink tink. Yeah, I'm gonna go down there next year. I was cool with the travel. I did good when I was going in the mountains. My head and neck got a little tight, but I made it down there and back. So we're planning a trip down there this summer. So hopefully we can link up then. How do I see the poll? Oh, isn't it? Somebody said
89%
no.
said 89% said yes, and 11% said no.
We might be going live every day, y'all. I don't know if y'all can deal
I
with the
mean, for
live.
right now, it's not gonna be always you guys for the ones that saying no. But I've pushed him to take advantage of the vertical for now. Let's just say that.
Yeah, and she told my wife on me.
I did.
I
Hmm.
ain't talking about who said no.
For real though, who said no? I'm with you on that one. For
Hell no, we
real.
don't want to see your one ass every day. I'm slap happy, man. I had just woke up. I passed out trying to put the kids to sleep. I wake up, ain't nobody in the room with me. The wife and the kids in the living room chilling. I'm like, damn, I've been gone for 2 days and y'all just leave me.
Right. Oh, what's your favorite color? Yeah, I like blue. I like blue too. It's not my favorite color, but I like it.
Jason, what up, though? Appreciate you. Lisa J in the building.
Hey, Jason.
So yeah, I can see. I don't know. I guess if I go live like this, I can pick a topic, and I think I can just talk to the people. This,
She said number six like. We only got 6 likes though.
we only got
Come
six
on
likes.
now. Come on now. We only got 6 likes.
Like the stream, people. We trying to get numbers in here. We trying to do some amazing things.
Come
We
on
can't
now.
do it. We can't do it without the support of the people. Hey, y'all is what motivate us to do what we do. So I've been a couple things I've been working on. I've been talking about emotion. I don't know if y'all ever heard of like emotional addiction. It's like where you get addicted to different emotions, and it's because of a chemical imbalance. But I've been working on that for like 3 months, and it's been on and off because I've been working on other projects. But I think I should present that soon. I don't know what's helpful. Like y'all
That's
want to talk about
interesting.
emotional addiction. You know, there's a lot of subjects like when I was studying psychology that really drew me in because I'm like, is this real? Like, and when you see or understand, I think it'll just give a clearer perception on like why people do certain things, like play the victim, why people are prone to stay in abusive relationships. I think it'll give a lot of insight on those because you wonder like why do people go through this? Why do people allow themselves to be mistreated? And it's really just like any addiction, when especially when you got chemicals such as adrenaline and cholesterol pumping through, you get accustomed to feeling that. You ever see someone or hear someone, and I'm using me as an example. I didn't think I deserved to be happy. So what would
I was
happen?
just about to say what you was about. Go ahead. Yeah.
So I would settle for certain type of relationships because I knew the outcome. Like I knew like this person wasn't. I knew this girl probably would cheat. She was promiscuous. I knew she didn't, really want nothing serious, and I would settle for relationships like that because I didn't feel like I deserved to be happy. So a lot of times, and then when you get in a relationship and it's good, you looking for bad things to happen. So that happened too. But all that is because a lot of it, I'm not gonna say all, but a lot of it is because of emotional addiction. You get so used to being abused, when you're not being abused or mistreated, you feel awkward and you begin to look for um, opportunities to be abused or mistreated.
Hmm. I agree. Um, I agree because I remember at one point in my life when I didn't feel like I deserved certain things. Anti is up here blocking people. She up here tearing up your chat. She didn't mess in hidden west. I think she did
see,
or
and see
whatever. She
how
tearing you up, but I appreciate it. I seen your what he commented. He said his daughters watch me. So thank you. I appreciate that, Mr. West. But you know how anti she start knocking people off, so you gotta watch her. You might have to take the stick from her. just be doing too much. But yeah. But I remember a point in my life when I didn't I feel like I didn't deserve certain things, right? And I've been there. I don't know how. I honestly can't say how I got out of that or how I wanted more, because now I'm in a position I don't expect the things that you know what I mean? Now I expect more than what I did back then. I really don't know how I got out of that. I think it was just, this is a guess. I think it's just self work, you
Yep.
realizing certain things, and like now I could look back. It's just a lot of things. I don't know about y'all, but like for me, like I feel like a lot of the times, like I couldn't see myself going on a vacation, or I couldn't see myself having certain things. And now they are attainable. Like I have attained them. You know what I'm saying? Now, since I've obtained a lot of things, now I'm manifesting more. Like, it's like, okay, I got this, so now I want this. If
You
that's
know,
being a bit greedy.
I think it's a combination of things that has to occur to overcome that. One of them is what you just said. Self worth. Validating yourself, understanding that you do deserve nice things in life. You do deserve to be happy. You have to. The whole philosophy. You have to feel things to think it. That's a life hack. I'm trying to explain to people. When you feel something, you begin to think it, and not only do you think it, you begin to take action. If you don't think you can obtain things, you won't even try to obtain them. So how do you get to thinking like that? You have to feel it first. People try to do the opposite. They try to think it and then feel it. And that can work. I'm not saying it can't, but I'm just telling you it'll work better when you feel it, when you believe. Belief is a feeling. People equate it to a thought, but think about a belief, right? It's something you feel. It's not something you can rationalize because a belief you can't even prove. So it's something you have to feel. That's why I say 50% is belief, the other 50 is faith. Think about how you have to attach faith to a belief to walk forward, you know. So it is a combination of things, but you're right. You have to have self worth, self value to even believe or think that you deserve things. And life gives you so many reasons to not believe in yourself, to not think you deserve things. But those are just clarifying. All adversity is just defining you, clarifying what you do want when you receive things you don't want.
hmm It's difficult to, I don't want to put too much on this, but just me growing up being, melanated. Listen, people who are examples are good, right?
Hmm.
Examples, you as a child, you want to see somebody doing something, um, you know, growing up. And so I was looking for those type of examples. I was looking for something, and I couldn't get it in school. I couldn't get it in a history book. So it was just hard for me in a way growing up to know that I deserved certain things. It took some time. It took some time.
Hey, strength from within. Appreciate you coming through. Appreciate you. Nate the Great is in the building. What up, bro? And that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of the experience. I'm sorry, I'm looking for my phone charger. I would go live off my phone, and the phone be dead or about to die. But you have to. A lot of times, especially like you said, being melanated, we're kind of put behind the eight ball. So there's a lot of things we have to overcome as a youth. A lot of indoctrinations, a lot of experiences that I'm not gonna say other people don't go through, but we just have a unique. experience, especially here in America, that a lot of people don't understand. And looking from the outside in, they tend to prejudge, you know? So not only do we have to overcome ourselves, we have to overcome the stigmas other people put on us.
I agree. Facts. So you fighting that your entire life until you realize the things that people were saying, you know, weren't true.
Right. And you, and that's the crazy thing too. Where is my bad? I'm trying. I hope I don't unplug the TV. Man, reset everything. But it's building that self confidence up, especially if it was stripped from you when you was a kid due to circumstances or conditions. It's hard, to rebuild that self confidence, and then you constantly taking blows as an adult, not being equipped properly to engage life. Not having your identity. There's a lot of things, but through education, perseverance, resilience, it can be overcome.
Hmm. Thanks, West LLC said they glad they caught your live.
Who's that? I'm sorry, riders in the building. Oh, I
Strength,
appreciate it, buddy.
strength from within.
And having different tools too. Not 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 being educated or really told what different aspects or concepts of life are. That's why I be trying to explain how you can use confidence, how you can develop resilience. Like these are all tools that we can use to overcome adversity. Just like if you about to eat dinner, you have tools. You have a steak knife, you have a fork, you have a spoon. You have these things mentally and spiritually. We use religion, spirituality, all these different concepts as tools to develop our soul or our spirit. We got to use the same things for our mind. You have to develop your mind.
Hmm. I agree.
I'm gonna end this poll. She'll be looking for my laptop.
They mad at you about the poll anyway.
Why you say that?
Cause anti said it got in the way. And Keith Mr. West had said it too.
The poll got in the way.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Is that better? Yeah, I don't know what I did. I pushed something. It was in the way of my screen on both screens.
It didn't bother me, but they said it did. Yeah.
If I missed anybody, I apologize. I was trying to find my charger. But yeah, it's everything like this last couple weeks. It just made me. I mean, every time you have a major change in life, you begin to evaluate things, and just even looking at this YouTube, just understanding the opportunities. I'm gonna make the best out of it. So we trying to create content. Well, we ain't trying. We creating content that's beneficial because that's why we want y'all to support. We want you to support because we actually creating content that you can utilize. Entertainment, we gonna do that, but we gonna educate, we gonna motivate, we gonna inspire, we gonna have fun doing it. But ultimately, that's why we want your support. You know, so
Hmm.
we working, we grinding. Can I say we making we have plans to create merchandise?
Yeah, you can say it. You already said it. Y'all, he get on my nerves.
Man, I pick with them. I'm telling you, I pick with them just like my real sisters, man. And the nine we trust, man. This is, I promise y'all, man. When people say you can't come on here and build connections and meet people and make friendships, they just met the wrong people. That's the reality of it. I mean, anything is what you make out of it. So, but if you tell yourself you can't come on here and develop relationships, you'll keep attracting people that you can't develop relationships with. I promise you, you'll keep finding those type of people. You can come on here because me, Tay, and Anti, I promise you, like we goof around, we build with one another, we got each other back. I mean, we really, you would think if you heard us talk, you would think we've been friends for like 10 years.
Hmm. In the nine we trust,
In the nine we trust with a gift.
you can become. I'ma come to me, Tay. Oh, King. Oh, you silly. Yeah, they don't like the poll because they say you can only see like 3 or 4 comments. That's what Miss V was saying. And it's just they say it just look weird on the vertical.
That was the first. Whoa, what the hell? Man, man,
Your
I ain't gonna
dog,
lie. Yeah, you heard that?
yeah.
I'm looking like I thought somebody kicked my back door in. Her big butt laying down. She went crazy. She almost ripped the baby gate out the wall trying to get to me when I came in the house. I'm like, she more happy to see me than the kids.
Anti say correction, 9 years.
I put that on a nine, Anto. I put that on a nine. I mean, Anto was clowning the other night. Anti Tay is woke.
I know. Tay,
Like,
yeah, I'm in Dallas, yeah. Where are you doing this session from your phone?
yes, sir.
1 second, I'll be right back, y'all.
All right. I'm trying to do this vertical thing. It's kind of cool, man. I can chill on the couch. Yeah. I ain't about to let y'all see my little bald spot. I gotta cut my hair. I got a big old lemon drop head. She gotta go. But see, this is cool because it's different from when other people go vertical. I can see on this because it's on dark mode. Like when I'm on StreamYard, I can't see because the whole background is white, but I can actually see on here. Yeah, but we got the cycle of the nine coming up. We're gonna try to do that every Sunday. We're gonna come with different topics. And it's a unique way that all three of us go hit on the topic. So, I hope y'all appreciate that. I hope y'all appreciate that. We've been working on um we've been working on a couple things, but individually and collectively. And that's the beautiful thing, about linking up with sis. Both of them is that we each bring different things out of one another. Especially with ideas and concepts and delivery, how we deliver the information. We bring out different things in one another. We see different things in one another. So it's a nurturing environment. So I appreciate that because, when I came on here, that's what, I wanted to do. Was share, was to build. Not only come on here and talk, but actually build with people. And different people got different concepts when they say build, but I'm literally talking like making one another better. I believe that we can. I believe that's how humanity is supposed to be. We all unique. We all got different gifts. We all get different knowledge, different skills, and the more we share, we can actually build one another up. And that's what we've been doing. So I appreciate the system.
I got a 9 head, but you got a 5 forehead. So go on. Don't come in here trying to talk shit.
What anti say?
Talking about I got a 9 head, you got a 5 forehead. You don't be you don't have dreams, you have movies looking at. Okay,
Oh,
I'm sorry. I'm get
they, they
out.
got the they got the roasting session. That's what we was trying to see, Commander. It might be like it might be around 2 o'clock. When I go live, it usually don't pop until like an hour after I'm live, and then you start seeing the chat build up more.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Is the audio okay? Like, can y'all hear me okay?
It sound good. And that's not a problem. I think it's
They
good.
like, they like, it's good. You go keep going live like this.
Period.
Man, she was on me this whole weekend. Like, you going live? You going live like this off your phone?
On your phone. Period. Hey, strength from within. Yeah. No, I think building is good. You know what I mean? Also, this is the year of the 8. So this is where collabing with people work well, right? Collabing with people work well. You're gonna see a lot of companies work together, get together and combine with each other. So also as content creators, it'll be good to combine with others. I think that would be a good thing.
And I would say this too. Like, I don't. I just believe you find the right people, right? Find people who working just as hard as you. Find people who want it just as much as you. Those are the people who you'll be able to compliment. Because y'all grinding. It's not.
Facts.
It's, it's cool to be cool and liking people and all that. That's fine. But when you're talking about business, you have to find people who doing what you're doing. So it's not the fact that it's not people on here. You just got to find the right people. Oh yeah. Oh
Anti.
yeah.
The only reason why I cuss you out is because you the type of child you are a it's like you are that child that you have that you cuss out. You know what I'm saying? That's you.
But, hey, that's the young bull Blackbird. That's my boy. What up, Blackbird?
Hey,
Strength
what's up?
within. Strength within. From within. This ain't something about. I'm through numerology. Exactly. Like K's are numbers. A master of numbers. Y'all better use her till when she get big. It's a wrap. I'm telling y'all.
It's a wrap. No, let me stop. Take not yet, Commander. I'll post it Wednesday probably. But no, this is 8. We are the year 8. 8 is, 8 is a lot. I'm a life path 8, so y'all already knew. But yeah, 8 is collabing. 8 is, I mean, some companies breaking down, and things like that. But if there's a collab going on, y'all get into it. Get into the collab.
It's
Work with people. This is the time to work with people, believe it or not. But it's a lot of this is the year of two, is that the life we you got to think about eight, right? And then also Aquarius too as well. This is a time where the things that typically would happen at work and you wouldn't say anything, or you just would conform to certain things, people are no longer conforming to those things anymore. They're no longer accepting certain things. This is the year where people are like, no, I'm not doing this anymore. You know what I mean? You're not going to quiet me because I know this is going on. No, I'm going to speak up and I'm going to say something. So this is the time that we in. And I mean, to be honest, Cat Williams set it off. Cat Williams set it off. He came out and blasted it, and he set the energy, he set the tone, but he knew what he was doing. That's the thing too, that I feel like a lot of us, we need to gravitate towards. We need to realize the energy that's being put out, because a lot of the times, um the powers that be, they use the energy against us. They use that energy too against us. So it's good when you use the energy for yourself instead of giving your energy away, right? Sorry, go ahead, word.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, hey Ram, hey, do me a favor. Can somebody drop Ram's link?
Hey, Ram.
Appreciate you, Ram. Appreciate you. It was somebody else that came in too. Ram. Dee, what up, Dee? Appreciate you, sir.
Hey, Dee.
Hold
Man,
up,
Wes,
bro.
anti too wild. You gotta reel her in, man.
Yeah, we gotta keep a
Gotta reel her in.
yeah, we gotta try to keep anti-contained.
Yeah, man. These people take your energy though, and we don't look at it like that. Oh, when they put something on TV, or they have a trial with Trump and people be all invested, that's your energy.
Mm-hmm.
That's your energy. People be invested into that, you know? And I'm guilty of it sometimes. I be invested into the celebrity things and stuff like that. But also you do gotta realize that they out here snatching it, and don't be too invested in it.
Do I know Brina Gray is not off the top of my head. Not off the
Who
top
is
of my
that? I have no idea.
But we appreciate you. We appreciate you. But anything you focus your attention on, this when she say energy, think of your energy as your attention, right? Anything you focus your attention on, and it and it gives you emotions, right? That's your energy. It's affecting your energy. So if you're not the influence, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be influenced. So you have to be careful what you focus on, what you actually put your attention on, because if it's not beneficial to you, the other end of the spectrum is detrimental. So if it ain't building you, it's a possibility it's breaking you some way, shape, or form. Even simple things like watching, like she said, watching the Trump trial and getting upset and angry. Now your whole mood just changed for something that ain't even got nothing to do with you.
Hmm. Yeah. And boom, that's how they got you. That's
Hmm.
how they got you. They got you away from what you supposed to be doing. And now
Hmm.
you worried about this Trump trial, you worried about this and that. That's how they get you every single time. It's
That's
the
how
trick.
they inject fear in you like that too. Worried about what's gonna happen with stuff you don't even have control over. Now you distracted, like Tay said. Now you distracted from what you supposed to be doing. Worried about something you can't even control. So who does that
Hmm.
benefit? Not you. So I mean, the world is gonna be the world. This is the reality, right? It's positive and negative, right? And the one that has the most influence is the one you pay attention to. So when we say reshape your reality, the life hack to that is this: your focus. Stop focusing on stuff you don't want. Just stop. Just go. If you don't recognize it, be aware of it. Okay, look, I don't like that. Let me find something I do like. Let me find something that is beneficial. And sometimes you have to change your environment. You have to change the people you're around.
You
It's
got to
if any.
change your timeline,
Mhm.
unsubscribe from people. Just saying.
Yeah, you do. You have to be the master of your story. You have to be the author. You have to decide what you put your energy into. Your energy is your attention because whatever you pay attention to is gonna do one or two things. It's gonna make you feel good or it's gonna make you feel bad. But it's you who determines. So, everything starts with self. That's why we say a better you is a better us. The better we are individually, the better we are collectively. We really want to get stuff done. You got to start at home. You got to start with the foundation, yourself.
Hmm. I agree. So true.
I'm still in the learning process myself. One goofball tricks you with identity. You ain't black if you ain't vote for me, right? Then the other with the gold shoe. And see, even that, right? We get so much invested. Like this, is what I tell people: if you that's kind of tricky, and that might have to go on Rumble. But if you actually want to make a change in something, you have to educate yourself and understand the origins of things. Look at things from the root at the beginning, right? See how things manifested, and you'll get a better or clearer understanding of how it works. Because if you don't know how something works, then it's gonna work against you. It ain't gonna work for you. And when it comes to politics, this is a system that we think we
Probably
can do.
tricks.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like you have to really. That's what I said. This will have to be more on Rumble discussion about that. But it is ways. It won't happen overnight. Nothing, no change occurs overnight. It's something that has to be consistently worked on and developed. But you have to put your own party in there. They keep getting you to vote for the lesser of two evils. It's the same. It's different
Same
wings on the
people.
same bird.
Shit.
Yeah, it's different wings on the same bird. It don't
And they
matter if it's
all
the left.
friends in actuality.
Right. Kids go to school together and everything, man. But they put you against one another. People fighting. Ain't that weird? You get games fighting over red and blue, and then you got politics fighting over red and blue. Oh man, this world is so funny.
But I don't want to talk about that. Me personally, I don't want people get mad at me when I talk about it. So,
Yeah, I'm not even I'm not into
because I
politics.
don't vote, so they get mad. You don't vote, well, you don't need to say nothing.
Yeah, I only vote when I feel something is a representation of me. Other than that, I'm not voting. So sometimes it's like some categories I just skip because I'm not voting for the lesser of two evils. I don't believe in that. I vote for what I believe in. So it's sometimes I fill out the whole ballot and won't vote for like a mayor or governor because no one on the ballot represents my interests. So they don't get my vote. It's just simple as that. Big dog Philly, what up?
What's
Appreciate you,
up, big
brother.
dog? Mm. It just, I mean, dude, let me shut up because I could go on about this.
Yeah, I mean, all that is, man. Like that's what I say. You got to look at the origin when you talk about like the school system. When you talking about politics. When you talk even the religious system. When you talk, all that stuff is intertwined and connected, and the systems that work against you. So if you don't know how they work, Like I said, people like, oh, it's corrupt or it's broken. It's not broken. It's not corrupt. It's working exactly the way it was created. It's
Well,
just
for
not for
them,
you.
yeah. But
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
for
It's
them
not for
it's
you.
working exactly how it's created. But think about this though. All of us, we have been in this school system. When you get out, do you feel like the information you learn in school you take with you?
I mean, to a job, but not into life. I mean,
But even
like the
into a
school.
job, what do you really take with you that you learn in
um,
school?
I mean, it's certain professions. Like I can say, like a doctor. It's certain lawyers.
Okay,
Professions like
that's
that.
that's college. I'm talking about grade level.
Oh no, no, grade school, no, you ain't
I'm
taking
talking
that.
about
All
grade
that,
school. I'm not even talking about college.
even that is to set you up for college. That's not to set you up. School was never created to set you up for life. You
That's
know,
weird though.
it's
Like
that's just the way
we
they
live in a
pattern it.
system where they don't even set you up. But
Mm.
people, but still people fight hard for this system.
Jonah, what up? Appreciate you. Yeah, people, because they've been indoctrinated. It's hard to let go of things you believe in, especially when they was given to you as a child, and that's all you know. That's why I tell people it's like you can't just take things from people. Some people you can, but it's easier to replace it. That's my belief. It's
It's
just
a waste of time. We should be angry. It's a waste of our tax dollars. It's a waste of our money. It's a waste. What are we doing? Why are the kids going to school?
I say this too. I don't mind being angry, but I will only get angry if it's beneficial for me doing something about it. I don't like when people get angry and just complain about shit and don't have no intention to try to correct it or fix it. Then it just people become bitter and just whining all the time. Like I'm about
I
action.
agree to that. Yeah.
Like I feel like this. My kids ain't old enough to go to school yet. I'm gonna allow them to go to school for a couple years. But I told my wife I'm homeschooling. Like kindergarten, maybe first grade. I let them go to school. After that, I'm homeschooling. You know.
Yeah.
So that's the solution. That's my solution. So I'm not gonna sit here and complain about the school system. I'm gonna just not put them in it and teach them my damn self.
Just
That's
weird though.
yeah.
But
Money
I
isn't
let
real.
my
It is.
son know everything. Like I let him know everything. But
It's,
he told me that his teacher told him, dang, what did he tell me? I forgot. He told me
but
something that his teacher told him, and I said, "She told you that?" Because she
no.
told him something that they don't teach in school. Oh, about Valentine's Day or whatever. She told them the story like Valentine was like a massacre and stuff like that for Valentine's. And I said, "She told you that in school?" And he said, "Yeah." I said, "Oh, okay. Wow." I was like, "Okay."
Jonah, you right too. Money ain't even ours, blur. Oh, I don't do religion. I use religion, but I don't do religion. I talk philosophy. Yeah, I don't follow no particular religion. I use different aspects out of religion, but I don't follow no religion. If you look up the Latin term of religion is religios. Religios means to bind. And you figure what you bound to? A book. A book is nothing but the writer's perception. So anything anybody can observe, I can too. So I just don't do religion.
That's why I say religion is like man made.
It is man made.
Yeah, I don't
Nowhere,
do that.
yeah, anything there's no mention of any religion in the Bible. They never said the people was from a particular religion. So man created religion. And that's a whole different topic. I don't mind talking about none of that stuff. Do it. What? Oh, you weird, bro.
Not B, not BIGO now. Oh. Leave him alone, Keith. Grade school teaches you how to survive. That's wild.
You know what? I believe there should. They teach you alphabets, they teach you mathematics, they teach you science, but they don't teach you how to survive, let alone how to thrive. You know, but
But
that's
this
our
is the
job.
thing. You say they teach you science, right? In
Mm,
science, listen, I feel like I'm not the best person in science, but you know what? I used to sit in science and be like, I don't know, y'all. I tell you, I have some type of spirit in me where I know when I don't know. But I used to be in science and I used to be like, what's the point of this? I don't understand. But now that I'm older, I realize that I'm that atom. I'm the energy that never dies. It only transforms. But they don't tell you that in science. You know what I'm saying? You learn that stuff, but they don't tell you that you are that atom. They don't tell you that you are the 666.
no, they don't. You know what? Like, I was reading somebody comment.
But for some
Uh,
reason, here go anti-timing out people.
no, I think that was Keith. Got that one.
Oh, it was Keith. It probably Keith and anti.
Keith beat you one
No,
time.
it's just anti. What you mean, Jonah? What you mean? What? Yeah, you the atom, right? And for melanated people, 6 carbons, 6 electrons, 6 neutrons.
If you look up the if you look up carbon on the periodic table, it'll tell you it is the carbon is 6 electrons, 6 protons, 6 neutrons. Carbon is the base form of melanin. So when they talk about 666, um, we associate that to carbon and to melanin. That's what she's talking about. But also, it was something else you just said. Oh, science. You know why science was created? Science was created to explain the unexplained. You know, they couldn't explain spirituality. They couldn't explain gravity. So they created and developed science to explain the unexplained. That's why most science is theory. It's not even factual. Anytime you see the word theory behind anything, the theory of gravity, it's not a fact.
But didn't the Moors put all that together?
It was pre-Moors. Like even when you get the term astrology, right? Astrology was created in Kemet. Even when you get the word university, you know, that was the study of the universe that was created in Kemet. So when you talk about science, it's just a different interpretation. It's just to me, it's just watered down. It's like a lot of things where people can't comprehend. They have to, I guess, break it down to a level where they can comprehend it. So the ancients knew things, we still don't know. So that they didn't need to water it down. They just had a different understanding of what we do. So we need to explain everything to the most minute aspect of it. And I think you lose the essence when you do that. You know, like when you say God, right? This Let me explain what I'm saying. So when you say God, it's hard to comprehend God, right? Because this is an energy or an entity that created everything, even air, something that we need, that we function off, but we can't see. So the best way people can associate or comprehend God was to associate it with something they already knew, was man. This is why people say God is a man or male because a dominant figure who created all this stuff has to be masculine, right? I guess that's the concept.
That's what they put in our head, that it's a patriarchal. They put a man, but why it couldn't have been a woman that was a
Be-
creator?
because
I mean, you do have Mother Earth.
well, think about this. If you even if you look at the biblical, God is not only a nurturer, right, or a creator, but also a punisher. So women don't fit that profile. You know, women don't. They feel like God has to be something strong, something. You know, when you think of strength, you think of masculinity. The God in the Bible was jealous. The God in the Bible, had different aspects that
Yeah,
I
but
don't
you
think.
have very strong women. You have women that can give, listen, a woman can tear down. So, I mean, I agree, but it's like, I don't know.
Have you ever seen God? Has anybody ever seen him? What books
You
say?
don't see him.
Nah, God, like, no,
You
I don't
feel
believe.
him, or you feel it.
Yeah, I don't like when people say like, I don't believe it. The God of the.
You
Okay, we
guys are
about to get
expecting
into
to
this.
see a
Oh
person,
no.
and it's not, God is
If
not in human form.
Yeah, that God in the book. I tell you this, like anything that has human attributes is physical, right? So that God in the Bible is a physical being. It's not the creator God. It's someone. Even when you look up the term Elohim, when you look up Elohim, and that's the original name that they gave God, it's plural, right? That's why in Genesis, when you read the Bible, it say, "Let us make man," and are like us, meaning more than one person, meaning more than one God. But when you look up the term Elohim, it means powerful ones. Has nothing to do with the creator. That the omnipresence of God um is not a physical aspect. It's definitely not a physical aspect. I'm gonna be real with y'all, and I hope don't nobody take offense. But they made God a man because that energy is within you, and if they got you looking outside, you'll never tap into that energy. You'll never tap into what's inside you if you're constantly looking for it outside of you. And like even the ancient Egyptians, right? When they get all these gods or deities with all these animal head and human bodies, it wasn't actual gods. It were divine principles. And they took the animal instinct and put it on the human body because that's how we understand and associate things. That's how we learn. It's through association. So by putting the aspect of the animal on top, meaning the instinct in the heart of a man, that's how people were able to conceive the stories, the divine principles. That's how they was able to relate to it. So yeah, idols.
I don't look at those as idols. I look at those as examples for you
Yeah,
to say that I can do that, or it's for you to put yourself in their shoes every time you see their name and say that you can do that. So I don't know. I don't look at them as idols. You're not supposed to.
if you believe, I don't believe God ain't real, but I just don't. I mean, if you want to choose to pray to an alien, I mean, it's extraterrestrial. Terrestrial is anything from this planet. So if you say God is a physical being, you have to admit God is extraterrestrial. And that makes sense because if you look at all the ancient stories, you've seen freaking spaceships, wheels of fire coming. Those are spaceships, man. They didn't know what a saucer was. They just knew what a wheel was. So they associated a saucer to a wheel. If you read the Bible, when they say four fiery wheels, those are four spacecrafts, man. So I mean, if you say God is a physical being, then you're right. I mean, that's the an aspect. I'm talking about the creator, the divine of the person the energy that created the universe. I'm not talking about the people who came down here and tampered with um God is
The
not
genes.
terrestrial. Yeah, I ain't talking about them people. That's the Anunnaki. You want to talk about the Anunnaki? We can talk about that because all those the Numa Elish, the story of Adapul, the Epic of Gilgamesh, all those stories are at least 36,000 years older than any biblical writing that we can find. That's just facts. I mean, that stuff is written in stone on walls. It's written on stone tablets, and they have similar stories. Like even the Immaculate Conception. If you look at the Numa Elish and see how Ad Adtum was created, it was an Immaculate Conception.
And look how you said that
Thomas,
word
what up?
atom. 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 Atom.
Space and time, the creator of
Right?
heaven. Yeah, human. You're right. Different aliens, pro. Different. Or hey, what up? Hey, if I missed anybody, I appreciate y'all. I apologize too. Chat moving fast. How many people in here?
Yeah, it is. It's moving fast a little bit. It's 21 right now. No, he is not Muslim.
Nah, I don't
We
do
don't
religion.
believe in religion.
I can't. But I use different things from religion. Like I have a spiritual jihad every day. I do believe in the five pillars. I think that is great morally. That's something that can contribute to society. I think each religion have great concepts. If people follow them. I just don't believe. Man, people don't believe in religion. I think Islam is one of those religions that people live. So I respect people who have Muslim faith. Because they dedicated. Yeah, I don't even use the term God. God is a Greek word. I don't really deal with too much Greeks. Um, Greek theory. Just Stoics. I like their philosophy, but even their philosophy come from Egypt. So I just go to the origin of things. There's no purpose of using something that was remixed when I can use the original. So and then even that, I truly believe this. Like anything anybody else did, I can do it too. So just like all the ancient people observed and had different relationships with the frequency of God, I can have my own. I just use the term God when I'm talking to people because that's how people recognize. But I don't even like the term God. I would prefer to use the term Creator. If I follow anything extensively, it'd be more of a Native American spirituality understanding. All is one and one is all. Like we all are expressions of the creator. I don't really believe in anything. I don't see the purpose of believing when you can know. You just have to research. You just have to study, you know. For those who don't believe, read your Bible and you will see the things that are going on today were written back then. I would contest that the things in the Bible happened many a time. You can look through any civilization and see, um, because that's what they did. They observed. Nothing is new under the sun. Cycles repeat, especially if people don't learn. So, and I would even say this, right? Um, like when you talk about like read the Bible, no one actually knows what the Bible says.
For
Just
real.
to be honest, you don't
For
because
real.
the Old Testament was translated through what six different languages. The New Testament was written in Greek, right? So you have to understand what translation and transcribe and transliterate mean. So it's different versions of the same book for different reasons. The interpretation is different. So which version is the real version? Because even when you read in the New Testament, it's five versions of Jesus' crucifix. Two versions, Jesus never died. One version, he got hung from a tree. So which one is correct? The Bible itself contradicts itself. People say when they die, they go to heaven, but Jesus said no one goes to heaven but people from heaven. And then, like, people are afraid of hell when hell was a physical place. Hell is not a place where you die and you go. Hell was somewhere when you die, they burn your body alive. Hell is a physical place. It's a real place. I can get you that information too. Maybe I'll do a show on that. Hell, that'd be fun, huh?
That would be fun.
Yeah, it's a
But read
difference in
the
reading.
y'all talk about read the Bible, read the emerald tablets. Read the
I
tablets.
I take you another step further. There's a difference between reading and studying something. You can read the Bible, but you only know what's in the book. But when you study it, guess what? You understand not only what's in the book, but you get a perception of the writer. What was going on in those times that this person was writing it. That's why it's important to understand the New Testament. The original version was written in Greek. Why is it written in Greek when Hebrews had their own language? Because the Hebrew people, the Jews did not write. The Christians did not write the Bible, not the New Testament. And then when you study the Council of Nicene, look that up and look what Constantine did then. That's when he declared Jesus is the Son of Man, right? With bishops. That had nothing to, they omitted a lot of books. And even the way they translated it, it was for a purpose. So it's one thing reading a book, but it's a different thing when you study it. So I would implore people to study and stop reading.
Mr. West has a question. You see?
Yes, sir. How
He
does
said, I would like to know, how does a soul
I
burn?
don't man, look? I wondered that
Because they
because
say your soul
burning is
burns,
something.
your soul's gonna burn in hell. How does your soul burn?
Yeah, and then I take it even further, Keith. Think about this. Like when people say you sold your soul, how can you sell something that doesn't belong to you? That divine spark goes back to the divine. That doesn't belong to us. Our soul is not ours to sell in the first place. You can sell your spirit, but that's a whole different concept. But your soul is not even yours in the first place. That's the divine spark that when this meat vessel dissipates, it goes back to the source. That's why they say energy is never created or destroyed, it's only transferred. That goes back to the creator. That has nothing, I mean, that's borrowed.
So you believe in going to work that you're gonna get paid is just your refusal to believe in God.
Hold on, what now?
You believe in going to work that you're gonna get paid is just your refusal to believe in God.
And see, that's the misconception. No one said you just use the term God. I use the term creator. You have an understanding. It's levels to everything, right? So when you doing algebra, uh, it only prepares you to do geometry, right? So if I'm doing geometry and you're doing algebra, we're gonna have two different outcomes. So what I'm saying is you're believing in something and I know something is a difference. It's not that I don't believe in God, it's I know God. It's just I choose to use a different term. I have a different understanding, you know. So it's not that I don't believe, it's I know, and I know what you call a physical
How do
God
you
is not the
know? Because
creator.
people try to say you don't know. How do you know?
Because I
What make
feel
you
it.
feel
It
like
works.
you know?
I feel it. It works through me. I'm connected. I mean, I can't explain my own personal relationship because we all will have different relationships. Like that person's relationship with God is through a book. Mine is through me. They can't prove nothing from that book that God exists in that way, shape, or form. You know, only thing I can do is you can listen to my testaments, I guess. You can see how I live my life. You know, if you knew my story, you'll probably be like, how the hell do you have a positive aspect? Because I understand the divine. Everything is in divine order, and anything that I go through is not adversity to me. It's just an opportunity for me to grow and develop.
So you
It's
got
just my
questions.
actions.
You got questions. Do terms really matter? My question is, are we living by the word?
But by what word? You know, what word? That's what I tend to ask people when you say the word, right? So you talk about the Bible. Which Bible? You know, which Bible from what? Because when you translate information, you know, from one language to another language, you lose the essence of it. You lose if you speak multiple languages. I speak two different languages. So
Yeah.
I know for a fact that words does not translate through language. The
Yeah, that's why you
concept of
have
the
some
word.
people when they speak a different language, they say, I don't know how to say this in English.
Exactly. So
Yeah, they say, I
now
don't know
think
how to
about
say this in English, but I can kind of give you a word that's kind of like that, but it's not quite like that.
now think about
Right?
that. Yep. Now think about that when I use the term Elohim. So in Hebrew, as he stated in the beginning, it was the word, and the word was God, and the word was with God, right? So in Hebrew, it says Elohim. That's what the term is for God. The first name that we ever see for God is Elohim. What does Elohim mean? It's plural, gods, more than one. And what they try to do is associate that with Jesus, but that's not true because you have older texts that say it was a pantheon of gods. In Hebrew, it says that. In Hebrew, it says a sky council, like God has a council. That's why they use the term Most High, because the Most High will be anew. And
Somebody
even in
said, do you
Hebrew,
believe that Christ died and rose on the third day?
no, that is a metaphor for your Kundalini rising.
Okay. Somebody says, the Bible says, without faith, you cannot see the kingdom of heaven. The kingdom of heaven is inside of you.
Is inside of man. The Bible also says the kingdom of God is within man. So
Mm, it's inside of you. You just don't know that. That's the trick of it. Um, you are the source and balance between the light and dark, but don't be tricked because not all in the light is good. Same to the dark being bad.
now the Ten Commandments, in my opinion, right, are a derivative of the 42 ideas of my
My eye, yeah.
within
They took
within the
that from my
42.
eye.
I wouldn't say they took. I believe that my inspired it because if you look
Well,
at
it's
my when
okay.
you when you look at my eye is more um worldly, right? So it's telling you to revere all idols. It's telling you um to appreciate all life, to respect all animals. So it's more broad. If you look at the Ten Commandments, it's more detailed, more personal. So I think they looked at my eye, and my eye inspired it, and they made it more personal. And in my opinion, it's to control.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's what religion is anyway, to control.
Yeah, it's a form of control. But see, I say it like this too. So, do you understand Jesus? Okay, when you say the term Jesus, Jesus comes from a Latin root, Iusha, right? Iusha comes from a Greek root, Izus, which means Hail Zeus. Now, Jesus had a name, and it was called Yeshua. When you translate Yeshua from Hebrew into English, you get Joshua. So why are we calling this character Jesus? And that's because the Greeks got their hand on it. All I'm telling you is to look at Constantine, study Constantine, and you will see the influence that the Greeks had on the Bible and how they perverted it and used it to control. The original Hebrew text is a spiritual text. It has nothing to do with religion. It is more metaphysical. This is why they tell you the Bible is written in allegories and parables. What is an allegory? What is a parable? These are stories told to teach. So a lot of them aren't literal. You see what I'm saying? But I would say if you use a term, don't use the term Jesus because that was
Low
created for you.
frequency.
Yeah, it has no. It's power in the tongue when they say that. Use Yeshua,
Elohim and then Jesus.
Elohim.
See the difference?
Yeah.
Elohim and then Jesus.
Even
It's
check
not
this
the
out.
when you say Elohim, you gotta Elohim, you gotta, you know what I mean, put it out there. Jesus is like Jesus. Jesus. Elohim.
755. What up, though, sir? I'm gonna tell you the
Hey,
metaphysical
755.
aspect. I'm gonna tell you the metaphysical aspects of using the term Elohim. So when God created man in the Bible, right, what did he do? He blew breath into man. And then once he blew breath into man, the man exhaled. So when you use the term Elohim, you have to suck a breath in when you say Elo. You breathe the air in, and
Allah.
then you expel when you say him. So it's
Mm-hmm.
Elohim. You're actually what you're doing is reacting when you use the term Elohim, you are reacting when God blew breath into man and animated him. That's the metaphysical aspect of using the term Elohim. This is why they switched the word of God to it. I mean, switch the word of Elohim to God because it has no power. You have no power using the term God. That's why I don't choose to use it. It's not that I don't believe, it's that I know things. It's a difference. If you know better, you do better. So I
Somebody,
understand. I'm
oh,
sorry,
go
go ahead.
ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, go ahead. I couldn't see it.
No, somebody asked the question, what do you think of the book of Enoch?
Oh, the Book of Enoch is deep. They omitted it from the Bible because if you read the Book of Enoch, it will tell you, it will put you on the course of understanding the Anunnaki.
Yeah. And they don't want you to know that. So they took that out
Yeah,
the book.
because if you read the Book of Enoch, it'll tell you. They even use the term Enoch. They use the term Marduk. Marduk is what we call Amen Ra. Marduk is the reason why behind every prayer you say Amen. Is because you
Amen.
worship. Yeah. And if you look
Amen
in
Ra.
now, check this out.
Amen.
This is. I wish I was on Streamyard, so I can show y'all this. But it's a chapter in Revelations where it says that the Amen was the faithful witness at the creation of God. Right? You're like, hold on. How is the? I thought Amen was a confirmation word. Right? That's what they tell you. They say when you say Amen, you're confirming a prayer. This is what they tell you. They say amen, but it's not true. Amen was a physical presence in the Bible because it said that the almond was there at the creation of God, meaning someone watched. You can take that two ways. I'm not going to debate or argue that. You can take that as the almond was there watching God create, or the almond was there when God was created. Either way it go, it was a presence there. Who was that presence? Now, when you look at the Anunnaki story, you will see Marduk is the son of Enlil, right? So Enlil took, I mean, Marduk took over the earth when Enlil left. So Enlil wanted to be praised. Marduk is the
But
reason
wait,
we
can I
have
ask you go
monotheistic.
ahead. After you
Oh, go
finish,
ahead.
I'm gonna ask a question and then I'm Mr. West got a question too.
Hey, Tony, is that my bro? What up, Tony? I think that's my bro. I think that's my wife's best friend.
Oh, hey Tony.
What is you doing up? Yeah, I think that's my bro.
I thought Enlil owned this planet. So he
Well,
don't own the
and
planet no more?
and Nu and Nu did. And Nu is the most high. When they say the most high, that's a Nu. That's the father of Inky and Enlil. Inky Inky is like the father of knowledge, right? Inky was supposed to take over, but Enlil was like more stronger versus like more dominant. So Anu gave Enlil domain over the earth. And when Enlil got it, I mean, it's technically still his, I guess. I mean, this is something that we'll have to get into the Enuma Elish for me to completely explain it. because just talking about it,
Mhm.
I don't think it. I think it just go over people's
I
heads.
gotta
So I
get
have to
that
study
book.
myself.
I gotta get that new
Yeah, you can
English.
go to the University of California, and they will translate
They
it.
haven't tampered with it.
No, not the translations. It came. The translations came off the Rosetta Stone, so it's not different
You can get
versions.
it
It's
off
just
what
one
PDF?
translation.
PDF version or what?
I believe you can. I believe you can get a PDF, but it's only one version. It's not like multiple translations of it because it was only like, I think like three different people actually translated it. But after that, it was put in a system. They got a dog like for any ancient text. Go visit the University of Cal, and you will get more of an academic understanding versus because you got to understand something too. And if you ask anyone who studied theology, who has a bachelor degree or higher, they will tell you it's different translations for like ancient texts like that. It's different translations of the Bible
Mhm.
for academics, and there's a different translation for the masses, for the people. You know, like even Elohim, like when I was studying, it showed Elohim was plural, but when you read the Bible, it only say God.
I
And I
learned
didn't
that through
understand that.
Bobby Hemmett.
Yeah, I didn't understand that until I asked my professor, and he told me, "Well, it's different translations." I'm like, "That don't make sense." And he looked at me and he said, "Well, there's a difference between reading and studying, and that's where I get the whole concept from." He said, "When people read, they're just taking the information. When people study, they're comprehending the information. So it's like you getting fed something versus you cooking something. You know, you know all the ingredients when you cook." You know all the ingredients, but when you sitting there eating, you just enjoying the meal. So it's
Mhm.
a different.
So Mr. West has a question. He said, if the so-called devil is against God, why would he punish you for not obeying God's law when he did it? If the so-called devil is against God, why would he punish you for not obeying God's law when he did it?
So he said, why would the devil punish you for not obeying God if the devil is against God? In my
So
opinion, in my opinion, all that stuff is just fear factor. It's just fear. It's simply fear. They get you believing in the devil and it's just to induce fear. Like it doesn't make sense. Think about this. If God gave you free will, why would you be punished for using it? If God gave you free will, why would he punish you? If God is all knowing, why would you get in trouble for doing something wrong when he know you will do it? Doesn't make sense.
true. Someone said you talking about USC or UCLA got this book, and what's the name again?
Cal, no, Cal University, CAL. You can go on the website and type in the numerology, and it will pull it up. It'll pull up the stone that it was written on, the stone tablets, and it's not an app, but it'll take you through the translation. Yeah, CAL, Cal. What happened? Take off? Oh, I just seen all black. And see that again, I think a lot of the Bible is written in allegories and parables. Those stories of God and the devil. If you look at the story of Job, right, the devil was actually flying around with angels, and not only, and God was talking to him. So if God was in a beef with the devil, why is God making a deal with the devil? God made a deal with the devil. God actually, I don't want to use the word provoke, but he did. He actually provoked the devil to test Job. he dared the devil to test him. He challenged him. Well, Job is one of my most faithful people. I bet you can't get him to curse me. And it's like that's a sick ass game, man. Like that shit weird. Like this is what I'm saying, man. Like it's parables and allegories. So I mean, if you take it literal, then you missing out on the metaphysical. You know, the story of Job was to show what how powerful faith was. Going through things and overcoming them with the faith that is all divine. You know, this is divine reasoning why everything happened. That gives you the ability to persevere through adversity. You know, like I said, in my opinion, the Bible, I don't throw it away. You know, I think it's a great philosophy book. I think it's a book of philosophy. That's how I look at the Bible. You know, people say basic instructions before leaving Earth, but that's not even true. Not when you read it from front to back.
Think anti say, I just got back. So if somebody had a question, the first question I see is anti say, I have a question. Why hasn't God dealt with the devil yet? He seems to be the overall problem, right?
And see, but see, you need evil to understand good. This is what I'm saying. Like, um,
Balance.
yeah, it balances out. You wouldn't even know what good is if you didn't have evil. So it's two things. It's the same thing on different poles. You know, um, the evil helps you define what is good. So God needed the devil.
What happened? We can't hear you.
Love the soul. You can't hear me?
Oh, now I can. I couldn't hear you at
Oh,
first.
oh my bad. I was looking at the phone. Appreciate you,
Hey,
love the soul.
hello.
Yes, they do go towards your hours at that. It's alive.
Yeah,
You
it's gonna go
talking
towards your out. Yeah.
about the book. Yeah, the numerology. My bad. I just seen that. I'm using Tay to read the comments right now. Yeah,
I'm
but
sorry if I missed anything. I was gone for a second.
oh no, you cool, sis. Yeah, but you know,
Read and
we
say, I don't believe in the fallen angel concept.
well, the fallen angel concept came from. I'm just being honest. It came from the Anunnaki. The whole fallen angel, the Nephilim. Think about this, right? If angels are spirits, how are you having sex with humans? These are physical beings, man. These are physical beings, literally.
So explain that then. What is that? Is that a
Aliens.
huh?
I mean, aliens. Now think about this. Back in the, like I said, the way we learn, right? So back in the day, they had no concept of extraterrestrials. They had no concept of aliens. So something coming from the sky and is more powerful than them, more technological than them. Of course, you gonna think they gods. If you go into a third world country right now with your technology, with feeding them, taking care of them, what they gonna look at you as? Even your animals. You feed your animals. How do you think your animals look at you? They look at you as God. You taking care of them. You
Mm-hmm.
creating for them. So I mean,
Even your children.
yeah. The first, I always say the first God I ever knew was my mother.
Love said just came across your live stream, just sitting back and then listening to the conversation. Definitely sub.
Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah, we had good talks over here. Alien deception, bingo. I'm telling you, I'm just being honest. If you really take a look at it, and this is the thing, when you have emotions evolve, you can't logically think. Emotions are become like a fog, right? You'll have something right in front of you and you won't see it because you're emotionally charged. So even me, I came from a Christian background. My step grandfather was a bishop, but the unique thing about that is he knew my Native American heritage. He knew my family. So he always encouraged me to tap into that. But he showed me texts like the alphabet of Mensur. I remember the Dead Sea Scrolls when I was little. And I knew it. So when I got older and people were just coming into it, I'm looking like y'all just not saying this. I knew about the Book of Enoch. I knew about the Book of Giants. I knew about uh, people don't even know about the Book of Noah. I knew about all the esoteric, doctrines. They call them Gnostic. I knew about those. He exposed me to a lot of different things. So I never knew God as a physical presence. It always been an energy. And even in Native American spirituality, I was telling you about the Lakoka. Um, Native American spirituality functions off of the 12 universal principles. Even the Bible, I can take you in the Bible and show you the 12 universal principles. Think about this, right? I did a show and I said, does God have to abide? The God of the Bible, does God have to abide by the universal principles? And you see different aspects of God. You see creation, you see destruction, right? Law of duality, law of compensation. He took 7 days to build, and then he sat back and looked at his work. That's law of compensation. What you put out, what you reap, you sow. The energy God put out, he created the world. Divine oneness. Everything is connected. God, even the God of the Bible obeys the 12 universal principles.
Hmm.
People believe it's based on behavior. Every religion is based off of physical behavior. Yeah.
So explain the alien deception again.
Well, it wasn't. I mean, I will say our ignorance. We didn't understand that these are physical beings. We seen that they had more technology, more wisdom. They were stronger, bigger than us. So we assumed that they were God, and that's how they portrayed themselves. Once they seen we was worshiping them, they took advantage of that. Okay, yeah, we your gods. So when he said alien deception, he's just talking about. I think it's more of our ignorance than them being deceptive. But if you stronger than, like, think about
It's
this.
just if somebody come here that's more knowledgeable,
Advanced.
I mean, like, can literally do so many different things and you've never seen this in your life before, it's like magic or whatever you want to consider it. You would probably look at them as if they were a god.
Yeah, they're superior. They're superior beings. I mean, that's just like if someone is bigger and stronger than me, physically they're superior. If someone is smarter than me, mentally they're superior. Everything has levels to it. Some people are superior than others. And I mean, some people take advantage of that though and use it to their benefit, you know, and that's all that occurred. You know, we do that now. There's countries that will go into other countries that don't have resources and they take over and they
Hmm.
implement um they ways of life onto other people. Strip people from their language, their culture, burn all their books, all their knowledge, and then dominate them. And that's what occurred. That's all occurred. We like to feel comfortable, so we like to think that we are superior to our ancestors. Like we know and do more things than them. Right? it's hard to conceive, and it's scary, right? If you believe that aliens once came down here and ruled over us, what's stopping them from doing it again? That shit is scary. So people would rather believe that all this stuff is spiritual when it's not. This shit happened physically. That's why we can't recreate a lot of the structures that was created back then. We don't even have the knowledge that they had. We think these
We
coming
not
to
we not
save
at
us.
that point yet, especially melanated people. We not at that point where they was the pyramids, how the pyramids. We're not that advanced yet. Like even the music that we do is trash. You know what I'm saying? Our music is trash now. When we as melanated beings, we're capable of more than that. But Jorge said, "I'm just searching for the truth."
And we all are, brother. We all are. I'm still searching. I'm still finding. It's just what's hard about the truth? Accepting it. That's the hard part. When you see something and you believe in something for so long and you see,
That was a hard
it's
part for me because I was a
yeah,
Christian and I was a diehard. I was one of the people that be ready to fight you. Like, not literally fight, but I'll be ready to argue you over it. And then when I started arguing, I didn't have the answers. And I was like, wait a minute.
yeah. Then you like, hold on,
Wait
wait a
a
minute.
fucking minute.
Hold up, wait a minute, hold up. I'm telling you, man, and like
I'm
debating
like, wait a
time,
minute. I need answers to fight back.
and the only thing you can really do is tell people to believe, have faith, believe, have faith, believe.
I can't roll with have faith, believe. If I'm gonna
Believe.
die hard, like over my religion, if I'm gonna die over my religion, or I'm going to argue with somebody over my religions, I need all facts.
Yeah,
I
and
need
then
all. I need to be able to fight you on everything and show proof, and I could
yeah,
not do that with Christianity. I tried so many times, and I could not do that. Even now to this day, my sister is a Christian, and I'll ask her questions, and she be like, "Let me ask my pastor." Ask
mm,
your pastor? What you mean? Ask your pastor? This is what you signed up for. How you don't know the answer to your own religion? I'm confused.
oh yeah, you get timed out for that.
Oh Lord.
Respect is a must. Appreciate you, Commander. We had snipers on deck. I'm telling
So
y'all.
yeah, I gotta fight. I gotta be able to know what I'm talking about. You see, and a lot of people don't know what they talking about. They just talking about what they believe. And you making
Yeah,
somebody try to come into this religion that you don't necessarily know everything. How can you know when they're speaking in parables? This shit didn't
yeah.
when I was a child, I used to be like, this shit make no it makes oh, I'm sorry to cuss. I just used to be like, it make no sense. I don't understand. How does the book start from in the middle of somewhere and then it ends up way somewhere? This is not something when you read a book, right? You read from beginning and to end, everything makes sense. Why the Bible is not like that?
When I start questioning,
It don't
when I
make
found out,
sense.
when I found out everybody they gave credit to writing the Bible actually didn't write it. Like they were dead for over 300 years before it was written. I'm like, hold on, man. How you gonna tell me to read Mark and Mark didn't write this? How you gonna tell me to read John and John didn't write this? I'm like, who wrote it? And nobody could tell me. I'm like, hold on. So you telling me these people was dead for over 300 years before? Oh, where they bodies at? Oh, they then you start asking more questions, and the more questions you ask, they tell you don't question God. And
Right.
I'm like, if you don't like, hold on, bro. Now this don't make sense. Now you telling me don't question God, but you telling me God didn't write the book. It was inspired by God. So hold on. If these people had these relationships with God, why can't I? Like that don't make sense. And
Right.
so I developed my own relationship with the Creator, and then
And
everything
then when
was
you start
revealed.
doing your own Googling and stuff, see, a lot of times, a lot of these religions read just only this book. Don't read nothing else.
Yeah,
Oh, but when you start doing your own research and you look outside of that book, you'll find out, oh, Jesus had a whole wife, he had a whole family. And I always wondered why a man that was on earth never had any relations. You hardly would see any relations with any woman, or he didn't have any children. That was really odd to me. Like, he's just some saint.
What is that? The Book of Thomas. I believe it's the Book of Thomas, which details the missing years of Jesus. And this is why I say you cannot. This is why they changed the name from Jesus to Yeshua, because they tell you yoga is bad. But when you start looking at the missing years of Jesus, you see he went and practiced Kemetic science and Kemet. He went to Tibet and started practicing Reiki healing and yoga. So when Jesus at the Last Supper, when
All the
Jesus
stuff that they say is bad, God, Jesus went to study it.
went to study, that's how he was healing people, was through the Reiki healing of the story. So I mean, but they
But this is
made
the
it up
thing
from the
though, where
Bible.
they be like, oh, witchcraft, da 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 this and that. But Jesus turned water into wine. Jesus spread he spread the Red Sea and all of
Moses,
that.
yeah.
Oh, but all of that is okay for Jesus to do. But when it comes to anybody else doing any type of magic, oh no. Oh no.
Oh, Billy Carson is the man. Yeah, Billy is the man.
I love Billy. Yeah, yep, I sure do follow Billy. I love him.
Yeah, Billy the man. I don't agree with everything Billy. I don't agree with everything nobody says. I have to observe things for myself. But Billy, I mean, when it comes like the work he did, his work is undeniable. I'm sorry. Like when people show facts, you can't do nothing but listen. I mean, he has shown plenty of
He shown
facts.
facts. He will, if you a Christian and you go over there, you gonna look crazy.
I'm
Cause he
telling
gonna
you.
shame you.
And see, even Billy
He
said,
gonna shame you if you a Christian and you go over there to his channel.
I try not to take that approach, but it's not hard. It's really not hard. The only thing people got to do is look at history. That's all they really got to do, and you'll
That's
see
it.
where everything was tampered with. You know, I mean, I understand. It's difficult for people to accept a lot of different things, especially when it comes to something that they was given as a child, and you can relate to it, you can associate with it because it's something that's within you. They just took it out of you, so you will always be able to resonate with the understanding of God, but it's not something physical outside yourself, it's within. And they can't you have to add the truth to falsehoods, right? To even make it associable. You have to put some truth into a lie. So that's how they get people hooked. They give you a little bit of truth with a lot of bit of lies. A lot of bit. Yep, I just made that up. A lot of bit.
um, Anti, check him out because he's very thorough, and he'll even read stuff out the Epic of Gilgamesh. He'll read the tablets like on live. He'll sit up there and read it to you because he'd be like, I know a lot of y'all don't read, so I'm gonna go ahead and read it to you. He'll read a lot of stuff to you to show anything he say that's factual, he gonna say it's factual. Anything that's his opinion, he gonna say, well, my opinion is. He's not gonna say
Yeah.
I read it anywhere in a book or anything like that. He's gonna be like, my opinion is such and such and such. This is my opinion. This is what I think, you know. So I like that about him. Um, but I want to say that, when I was a Christian, it was hard for me because like, okay, is there like steps when you find out somebody has passed away or they're gone, they're no longer here? There are steps to that, right? What do they call those? Word,
I'll
like when
say one more time.
somebody passed, first you get you mad, you
Yeah.
angry.
Yeah, you get mad. You go through the emotional spectrum. You have to first you're in shock, right? Then you have a time of grievance, and then you have a time of acceptance. Then you have a time of basically transition and understanding that. The person is gone, life has changed, and you have to adapt.
Right. So that I went through those same, I wouldn't say the same thing, but I went through a form of when I realized that I had been lied to. Christianity wasn't it. I went through some type of steps. Do you know those steps? I don't recall, but I just remember first kind of like I didn't want to accept the truth. I was kind of like, I didn't want to accept it. And then the more I did my research and the more I studied, I began to accept it, I guess. I don't know the steps, but
So you go through denial first. First, you be in
yep,
denial because it's something, like I said, that was with you since you can remember. Like
I'm
even
talking
our
about big
identity,
denial.
yeah, even our identity, we are told who we are, and most people never define who they are. You given a name, you given a race, you given all these things, and then as you get older, you begin to develop your own individuality. But even that, to me, I would challenge that concept because what you developed is the indoctrinations that you were given. You never really had the opportunity to define who you are. That's what I'm doing with my kids now. I'm allowing them to become who they are, with guidance. Instead of trying to make them something, what I think they should be, I'm gonna allow them to be who they are, and I'm gonna guide them, and direct them, give them some structure, some discipline. But ultimately, I'm not gonna try to chisel out who I want my child to be. I'm gonna allow them to define who they are.
All right, Detroit man, be one.
Appreciate you. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Shit, we ain't even woke. We unplugged. We unplugged, baby. We ain't dealing with all that. If you can't show me, then go get it. Go get the information. Don't just tell me nothing. You got to show me. This is the age of information. If you can't show me, then it ain't true.
It ain't true, period. Don't be just sitting up here talking this and that, this. No. Show me the information. Like Word said, we in the age of information. Show it to me.
Oh, it's 3 o'clock. Anti, you going live?
Oh, snap. We been on here
We
for a
sitting here
minute.
rocking and rolling.
Dang, that's crazy. Three? Wow.
I didn't even know we was on here with no subject, just talking. That was cool.
Wait, it can't be three for me though, right? It's
Nah, it's
what?
two for you.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
Drop
we
a
about
link.
to, yeah, put the link to the live in the comments. We about to go over the antisocial and we go party hardy. Are you going live like this or you just going live? Introduce them some symbols so they do have yeah, and that's what I'm saying.
That's good, West.
I'm gonna introduce them to a lot of different things. We have to make them aware of things. We don't want them. We, me personally, I'm just speaking for me. I don't want to hinder my child's development by trying to turn them into something I think they should be. But I am going to give them awareness of a lot of different things. So I agree with that, Keith. Yeah, time fly. I didn't even know we was on here like that. I looked up and it said 3 o'clock. I'm like, dang.
It flew right by. For real.
hmm
It flew
But
right
this
by.
was fun. We had some new people come in. We appreciate all the new people came through. Please come back. We have more mind tingling conversations. This was really a test. I've been gone for a minute, but I'm back now. I'm good. I'm ready to rock and roll. So yeah, we're gonna do this more often. Just have discussion. I appreciate everybody. Um, having the decorum with most people. We don't come in here disrespecting nobody. We actually come in here to build. Everybody's opinions is valuable just as long as you ain't insulting nobody. We good. So I appreciate that. But we going over to antisocial, so
Y'all
please,
drop her link.
yeah, drop her link. We gonna be over there rocking and rolling. She probably go get this wasn't more. I mean, this wasn't a lecture or nothing. But her favorite saying is we go to the club. So yeah, we're going to the club now. We leaving school going to the club.
All right, you
Point of view.
guys. Y'all have a good one.
And it's
Thank you for
grown.
letting me up here.
Oh, we'll be back. We'll be back tomorrow.
Right, stream from within. Everybody stay unplugged.
You're
The
from
more
India?
the more of us stay unplugged, the higher the frequency of this planet
Yeah,
goes.
definitely. Hey, that'd
And
be
so
dope. I wanna we have somebody over here from India. I'd be interested. Do you know anything about the Nagas? I don't know if you into like Hinduism or what your faith, but I'd be interested to hear about the Nagas. If you know anything about the Nagas, that'd be dope. I've been studying the Nagas for like 4 years. But yeah, we'll definitely be back tomorrow. I think of a topic or subject, or if y'all come up with one, put it in the comments. We'd love to talk about anything that anybody really want to talk about. Long as it's informational, I'm good.
and the link is down below. We're going to the next live. So if y'all want to hang around with us, click that link and come on over.
Yeah, I will be over there. I'll probably be over there harassing my sis. But we appreciate y'all. Y'all know what I always say. Care about how you feel. These are conversations to build nations. And if we said anything that resonated with y'all, do me a favor, hit that share button. Tell somebody to tell somebody. Help me spread the word. But until next time, we out. No outro.